And I have returned. Welcome back. For those watching the VODs on YouTube, hello. Do all the social stuff, etc., etc. For those watching live, we have returned to work on the biosamples. There is a kitten in the room, but we shall see what happens there. The kittens right now are incredibly playful. They are in the extreme play mode. Oh, both the kittens are here. Hi. I can't grab. I can't grab. What's he doing? Now he's gonna play with the green screen. Ollie. Oh, so he's gonna like lay down on my green screen behind me. Hi. You want to say hello? Either of you? I guess they don't want to say hello today. They don't want to come in and say hello today. Where are my lamps? Oh, they have now run. They have run. Skedaddled. Where are my lamps? 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 Hello? Lamps? Oh, did I not did I not lamps? I didn't lamps. Oh hi. That's why. I didn't lamps. D lamps. Lamps? Lamps. Save. That would be why. That would be why it no go. It no go because lamps not defined. Let's bring the belt over and up. Now it go. Enjoy some power, please. Have a little bit of my power. That just leaves the petri dishes, which is a little bit more of a problem. So let's see. I need 0.1. Alright, sure. Glassworks building is the first order of business. It needs... It makes a few more than 0.1, but that's fine. Do I want to have it there, though? Probably not. I also need to think about I also need probably a bit more hot air than that. It's fine. It's fine. Hot air? Yeah, hot air is fine. Oh yeah, I need syngas too for the fuel here, and I need the molten to input. There's a lot of work left. Just so we're clear on all of this, there's a bit of work left to get into biosamples. This is going to be the rest of our day today. Oh yeah, I've got my Logibots. The swarm is arriving. By the way, these squares are a result of a setting. If you push the F4 button, show logistic robots on the map. Also, very important, show recipe icons on the map. In case you didn't know about these features' existence, just push F4, scroll down, and you'll find show recipe icons on the map. That is how we get these icons on the map. This is a vanilla feature. This is not added by any mod. This is just a base game Factorio feature that exists and has existed for a while, that I very rarely see anyone ever use who makes content for Factorio. Like, why? Like, why is this hidden behind an F4 menu? The debug settings menu. Why does this have to be hidden here? Anyway, but the logistic icon things on the map, yes, that makes sense that it's in a debug setting, to be able to see where all the bots are. I wish it wasn't at a simple square frame to indicate the bots. Like, this feels like something that could be brought into as an actual settings feature, right? If it was just a little bit looked a little bit nicer than just a yellow square for each of the bots. Like, have some differentiation between a Logibot and a construction bot, like a delivery bot and a construction bot. I think that would make it a little bit nicer, but otherwise, yeah. Plus, you know, the show FPS thing, the FPS UPS is in here as the first option, as well as show debug info and tooltips. These are all great settings that are some of which should not be in that menu, but what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We've got other things now to worry about if I ever want to progress. If I ever want progression, there's the molten. So I was thinking that I might need another thing of tar in here, but we shall see. I have, let's see, I need my gasifiers for syngas. It's not a ton of syngas, but it's existent syngas. 1 to 4. Not that recipe. What am I thinking? That's the one with, oh yeah, oxygen. So I need the other things too. Yes, 1 to 4. 1 to 4 on the gas, and then 3 electrolyzers for oxygen. Doot. I'll move these up a bit to conserve on space. I do have the Factory SMO mod installed, but as it turns out, it uses a ton of system resources, like of performance resources. If I were to use it for literally everything, so I'm at a point where I'm thinking, unless I absolutely necessarily need to use it for something, I'm not going to now. That's where I think I'm at. Like, I'll use it, I think, for the ore processing setups, but otherwise, no. I think not. Not anymore for a lot of this. Just because it uses way too much performance. It is an absolute performance hog, and even if I did do change and update everything to be more UPS friendly setups, if I changed everything to use chests, etc., use the bulk input output pipes, etc., even if I changed everything there, it's still going to be a pretty big performance impact with just the sheer number of factories that I have right now. And grand scheme of things, this is not a lot of factories that I have right now. I do have factories within factories. Just so that we're clear on this, I have factories within factories. I have used greater than 200 surfaces worth of factories, probably greater than 300 surfaces worth of factories at this point of Factory SMO factories. And it adds up quick, and we are barely a fraction of the way into the progression here. So, yeah, that's a problem. 3 makes 75. I need 80. I need 4, not 3. If I want the full 133, I don't need the full 133. However. Oh yeah, King Arthur was supposed to be making these things void faster, like infinitely faster, but I don't think that's gone through yet, which is a shame. Like the gas vents and the sinkholes for voiding these guys. These things void at, in PyBlock, 200 units per second, and they normally don't require any power to begin with, but yeah, soon they will be able to void a lot. Let's just say a lot. Allet, the the mythical Allet that they'll be able to avoid. This is 1 to 1. I'm, like, just now connecting those dots. It's not quite 1 to 1, but it's effectively 1 to 1 if you need 4 to get 80. Like, 1 makes 25, each one needs 20. Like, I would be okay with having some setup where it's just directly feeding one into the other. That would make sense. Might save some space. Let's have a look-see. Get rid of all of this for now. See, the shame, the slight shame here is that it's offset. That's the slightest of slightest issues, and I need to be 1 tile back. Just because I have to deal with a lot of pipe. Don't worry about this. This is fine. There, and 1 more. There. Let's see. Grab that stuff. It's just barely offset by that 1 tile, which is perfection. Absolute perfection. Need to add water to both of these. You're getting your water there. You're getting your water there. I'm moving to the center just because I don't like it hanging. Just don't like that extra pipe hanging off the side. Oh, kittens. They're here. They're fighting. They're fighting each other. We're trying to not have them fight each other. So I've got this stuff. This is what's known as compressed air. Yeah, that gets them to break it up. Break it up. Are you gonna come here so we can show you off to people who are watching? Are you gonna come here? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Hey. No. Don't run. No. Hey. Playing now. Yes, I know. I know you're playful. You want to come up? He is hanging on my green screen. Hey. You want to say hi? No. No is the answer. The Ollie does not want to say hi. Hello! Welcome! I am in the process of making biosamples right now, technically speaking. But the kittens are in the office, and I want them to come up and say hi. But they are refusing. They are refusing today. Unfortunately. They are refusing today, but if you really want to see the kittens, I have them in basically every stream of this series. They have been here, and I have presented the kittens, and I do have the VODs on YouTube. The even numbered VODs, most likely to see them from the second half of the streams. I am looking for this. So if you see reality show up behind me, um, for any like just suddenly you might see reality kick in. Yeah, that's the cats. That's the kittens. They are turning 5 months old in 2 days. Place that there. Get this sorted. And they are pretty big right now for being 5 months old. They are large-ish, I would say. Uh, so we have a boy and a girl. The boy's Ollie for Oliver, Oliver Twist. The girl is Dolly, as in Dolly Madison, former First Lady of the United States, although at the time that term didn't exist. Uh, so it's the same spelling as Dolly Madison, which is Dolley. So Ollie is now on the other side of the green screen, laying down on the green screen and grooming himself. And Dolly's like just on the other side of the room. Uh, so Dolly is smaller. She wins the fights that they get into the most of the time. But she's also the vocal. She's vocal. What is this recipe thing called on top? This thing? This thing? This is actual craft time. This mod here is called actual craft time. It's useful because it lets you like say how many machines do you have. It gives you some nice values for stuffs. However, it doesn't work as well with Pi Alien Life or the actual Alien Life buildings, because it has one very specific weakness to it, and that is the fact that Pi Alien Life buildings with modules, so say these fish here, and etc. The even the fastwood forestries with their trees and seaweed with its seaweed modules in it, and augs with their augs in it. Those modules have a -1 productivity on them. All of the life modules have a -1 productivity on each module. The game floors productivity to 0%. It cannot go below 0. However, actual craft time does the math with negative productivity. So it doesn't give you accurate values with moduled Pi Alien Life buildings, like Alien Life buildings, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate because the game does floor productivity at 0, and it just hasn't been updated to take that into account. It warns you, actual craft time warns you when a recipe is operating at or above the tick rate, and it says it's limited by the tick rate, which it is limited by the tick rate, but it doesn't actually show you the values of the tick rate. It shows you the values at whatever fast speed it's supposed to be, so that can also be slightly problematic. Hellmod is significantly more accurate because Hellmod absolutely has tick rate limitation as well as productivity floor at 0 in its math. Oh, now they're fighting again. Hey, you two, Dolly, Ollie. They're there on the other side of the room. Could you come say hi, please? At some point, that would be nice. I know, asking cats to be nice. Who's this madman? So this needs tar, amounts of tar, and this is the time to use an underflow valve. Just as a by the way, this came up on the Pi community Discord server yesterday. Question was asked when to use underflow valves. This is when to use underflow valves. Like they couldn't really see what the purpose was to underflow valves. This is it, right here, right here. This exact purpose. So coal gas from tar, and then coal gas into syngas. Coal gas into syngas makes tar as a byproduct. It is useful to make sure that you always use this tar, that's the byproduct, to feed back into the coal gas. Well, how are you going to do that with the pipe mechanics in Factorio? Well, as long as you've connected your byproduct line without any valves to the input of the coal gas, you're guaranteed to use it. But you don't want to flood yourself with the main supply of tar. So you put an underflow valve so that the main supply only fills this pipe 80%, or when it's below 80% full. So when you have under 80 units in here, it says allow flow when output is under 80%, and it allows you to increase the amount in this pipe to 80%, to 80 units, which will always allow for more through this output. Of course, Ollie would just come up and walk right past me while I'm talking. It's like, I could have grabbed him. Hey, Ollie. He's gone now. He's at the window. He went to the window. Uses my desk as a stepping stone to get to the window. But of course, now there is one other logistical thing to think about with all of this, besides the stuff that we've done thus far, and that is this produces ash. So I need to get the ash out of these buildings somehow. Somehow, the ash must leave. Oh, that makes it even more complex, but sure, we'll go with it. Oh yeah, that's why. I see now. This is why I have voiding here. No. See, there's this other thing that's very important, and that is to stack the things you void. That's a very important concept. Stack the things you void with deadlocks stacking. Deadlock stacking, belt boxes, and compact loaders, along with the deadlock stacking for Pyandons mods. Very important pair, so that you can stack things and then void them. It's useful, beautiful, wonderful, and magnificent. Let's see. This is my syngas. Voila, we have things. We have glass, etc. We have glass. Yes, things are being made. Progression is happening. I mean, we already had non-zero amounts of all this stuff. This is just doing the stuff at a different location. So, next is the spot where I'm going to have the doohickeys. Doohickeys, yes. Great. Fantastic description. The Petri dishes. The thing about the Petri dishes, though, is that I will also need this stuff known as agar. Agar is in a high-pressure furnace. That icon. That random icon. Oops. 1, 2. Agar. Let's see. I need 0.1, so I need 0.1. I need 0.1. Hey. It needs seaweed plus steam. Steam! How are we gonna get steam? Well, see, I have this stuff called coke coming out there. So that will be useful to use. I do, however, need to get water in on this, so that makes things a little bit more of an issue. I do use the stone water wells mod as my quote-unquote water anywhere solution. Highly recommended to have any water anywhere solution when you use a block style of gameplay where everything is landfill. It's also highly recommended just for the pie suite in general, just because yeah, it uses lots of water, and while there is a pie suite method of getting water on demand, the building is really expensive, A, and B, it comes a little bit after you really need it. It's not available from the start, which is the biggest problem, I would say. It doesn't exist at the very beginning. So, seaweed. I need 0.7 total? 0.9 total. I need 0.8 there. And I need another 0.1, because I only need 1 Zogna. Oh hey, you don't have power. Have power! Enjoy your power. So, yeah, and it'll be 0.1 and 0.1, so half. Oh, half. Half plus 0.8, so a bit more than I would like. So I have, this is one of those instances where I will use factories, small factories. Because seaweed's big. Seaweed is, a little large. Just a little bit large. Do I even have any seaweed crop facilities on me? 29? I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let me grab and have a look. Oh, is that... That's biomass. I need, seaweed! All caps. Seaweed. From seaweed crops, 0.8 plus 0.5. 1.3 is 14, so I have enough. I have sufficient quantities. I also only need 2, not 4. So each of these buildings, I have somewhere in my game blueprints. Seaweed. There we go. Glorious, beautiful, wonderful seaweed. I have not brought actual seaweed with me. Vehicle. Vehicle? Crawdad? Seaweed, yes. My crawdaddy, which, by the way, in case you haven't seen, this is Pi Alien Life vehicle. Number 1, available to you at Red Science, technically speaking. Although, effectively closer to green than red, but no matter. It is a thing. It is beautiful. It is glorious. It has a large amount of trunk space, and runs on meat, and is immune to impact damage. So, for those of you watching who have never seen the Pie-Sweet Crawdad, this guy is immune to impact damage, which means it wins in the head-on collision with trains. It wins in a fight against a train. It also wins in a fight against every single building and entity that exists. All of your pipes, all of your stuff will cease to exist. All the things will cease to exist around you. Alright, so there's 18 seaweed crops. This is why I am okay with using the factory smoke buildings for these. It's too convenient, the space savings. Trying to get 18 of those in here is like not gonna happen. Just not gonna happen. What was the other thing it needed? Here. So unfortunate. Why did I put that there? That's a very valid input. That's a valid input slot for solids. But I only need the... Oh, there. There. That was my intended slot. For these solids. So there. That's... Sure. Fine, whatever. Make me things. And stuff. Now to get this brought all the way over to the Zogna bacteria. Gee, I probably should have made this Zogna bacteria building. Placed it elsewhere. Closer. Nah. Why would I do that? Why would I do something that makes any degree of sense, ever? Something that makes sense? Who is this? Who is this person? Pipe Getty time. Yep, Pipe Getty time, I guess. That should all be connected, right? It's a thing! Did I need any incubated petri dishes? Nah. Good. No. The answer is no. I did not. This is also too much syngas, by the way. I don't need anywhere near this much syngas. I could free up some space by trimming that a bit. If I really need the space for it. Okay. That leaves moss. Moss and phytoplankton as the two other things I need to set up. Now, phytoplankton. The better recipe for the phytoplankton right now is to make it out of flue gas. So I do have phytoplankton buildings. How many do I need through that flue gas recipe? I need to have 5 per second. So that's 4 of the buildings. Place it over here. The fortunate part is that this is fluid input only on phytoplankton. Fluid input only, and there is a very convenient You know what? I'm just gonna put this in line. There's a very convenient recipe that makes flue gas. Oh, wait, what? That is completely opposite what I wanted. There's flue gas out of biomass. And interestingly enough, you can do biomass out of phytoplankton. But because I have all this tar, I may as well do the biomass out of tar to make the flue gas that I need. So, I think, did I ever set up a doohickey? I did here. So this is what I'm building. I have 4 phytoplankton. I'll need 2 compost plants and a gas refinery. I could use hot air with that biomass to make this out of less compost, but I'm sort of using a fair amount of my hot air right now. I'm using a bit of my hot air right now. In fact, I am using all of it. I need 3.33. This 4 makes 2.5. I'm making 25. I'm making 25 hot air, and I'm using 33.33. Right? So I'm technically not even making the amount of glass I need to properly feed this, but it's 3 into 2, so I don't need 3 per second. I need 2 per second, and 2 per second. Yeah, I don't. I barely have enough hot air. This will back up on the glassware or empty petri dishes eventually this will back up. It'll start using less overall hot air, but in the meantime, also that's not even getting enough. Really, hi. You need another pressured air. How is that the thing that you're limited by? Interesting. I need to fix that. Most definitely. Not that side, though. Did I hear a butter? Butter? Hey! It's a dolly! It's a dolly! That's my dolly! Hi! Hello, my dolly. Hello, my dolly. Yes, that's my sweetie. Yes, that's my dolly. That's my sweet girl. That's my sweet girl. My sweet little gray tabby with white belly. Yeah, that's my sweetie. That's my girl. There she is. There she is, and there she goes. There she goes. Yeah, she wanted. He finally came to say hi. Finally got one of them to come and say hi. And Ollie's actually not here as well. Where's your brother? There he is. He's coming in. We'll see if Ollie decides to come say hi as well. So I don't need the hot air, and therefore I'm not going to use the hot air. I do, however, need to route the tar over. Oh, how convenient. I can do that. Ollie? My Ollie. Where's my Ollie? He really likes to rest on the green screen. I don't know why. He likes the green screen so much. Do I have enough room for 2? That's a good question. Hello, 2? Yes. Functional! Oh, and it's actually one tile too low. There you go. Oops, that needs to trim. Yes, when the sprites are so tall that you cannot see the tiles behind. Say hello to the compost plant. Oh boy. And so long as they have power, they'll produce compost, aka biomass. Then I need to go actually pick up the building that I need from my mall. I need to go grab the specific building that I need. Go down, please. Down and then over. Oops, I broke a lamp. Whoopsies. I broke a thing. The game, by the way, is supposed to be running at 90 UPS right now, at 1.5 times speed. It's running at above 60. Basically 1x, thanks to the existence of Factorio and all of the things I've used it for thus far. Yeah, as much as Factorio 2 claims that it isn't that impactful on performance, that's just a load of bull. A complete and utter load of bull. It is very impactful on performance. Let's just say if I wasn't using Factorio and I was at this scale with all the stuff that I have in those factory buildings thus far, yes, it would be bigger space, but I would also be running at 120 UPS right now. Like, not joking. I would still be at 120 UPS. I would be at 2 times game speed. Solidly. Alright, I'm here for something. What are they doing behind me? They are making loud noises. I need a gas refinery. A gas refinery. What are you doing? No, don't play with that. Getting into drawer, not drawer, but I have like this little thing of cubby holes behind me, and there's bottles of scented oil, and Dolly just knocked down one of the, I think, mostly empty bottles of scented oil and was starting to bat it around to play with it. Like, no, don't play with oil like that. That's you're literally playing with scented oil. Warmer oil. You put it onto little, uh, usually glass tray and have a tea light candle underneath it. Warms the oil, makes scent everywhere. I've got one of those. It's in the shape of a dragon behind me. Little dragon thing that holds up the glass. I've also got a diffuser that sits on my desk next to me, and I have a wax warmer down on the floor for all the various stuffs and things. Of course, the diffuser is more for my sinuses than anything else. It is definitely a required thing for my allergies that I get. I have peppermint that excuse me, could you not? I have peppermint essential oil that I diffuse in this diffuser, and it works wonders at cleaning out all of the gunk. Well, not all of it, but a good portion of it, so I can at least think clearly ish when I have my allergies going. It helped a couple months ago when I was really using it. More like 3 or 4 months ago, early-ish in the year, earlier in spring. Don't need it as much right now, although that being said, Still sorta needing it. Could you not destroy the thing? These are very fragile buildings with their 300 health. A lot of buildings in the Pie Suite, by the way, have only 100 health. And yeah, the crawdad eats them up. It just eats them, consumes these things greatly. I'm actually gonna need more than 2 of this. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to need at least 3, due to the um, moss. Right, the moss. Moss! You need moss, too. And of course I need to bring in those other things, the lead, titanium, and steel. Lead, titanium, and steel for the biocontainers, and then route those up to have the biocontainers, even after getting the doohickeys. Come this way. There you go. And a gas refinery. You. Really? So that's the building to do the gas bladder stuff for CO2. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, I'm doing this for the flue gas, even though I know for a fact that I can have plenty of flue gas. 133 flue gas. Off of that coal gas. I need 2667. So, you know what? That's a much better idea. How about we do that instead? Yeah. That is a significantly better idea. Oh. Oh no. We need to go down first. There you go. Better. Better! Not the best, but better. And then this does make enough ash out of its 4 to do something with, but yeah. So this is the time to use an overflow valve into a gas vent. And then, same thing. Oops. Same thing here. Just, get the flue gas out. Now, this is going to operate consistently. It's always going to be consuming that 83 tar, which is a lot. It's a lot of out of 250 that this is making. So this is making 250 units of tar from a bunch of stone. So I have to keep that in mind. This is always consuming that much now, because you know, voiding excess stuffs. But hey, I've got flue gas now, I guess, and this should roll just as soon as I've put in the water. There you go. Water! Enjoy! Enjoy your Wawa! And now I've got 2 things making biomass that can go directly into the CO2 factory. High pressure furnace. 1 tile down. From biomass. CO2 from biomass. Autosave is autosaving. There we go. Just add a bit of the power. Only 1 though? Do I need only 75? How much moss do we need? And am I carrying around any moss? I am. I am prepared. Wow. We are prepared this day. I need 0.4 moss. So how much stuff is that? Can easily do the stone recipe that I'm not concerned about. So 0.4. 2! If I bring stone in. Otherwise... Is it still 2? Yes, it's still 2. So it's going to be 2. High. And 1. 13. 13 whole carbon dioxide. Isn't that glorious? And just so we're clear on this, we're going to make that happen. Too bad I can't go one tile up. We're going to make that happen. Water, water everywhere. And it needs to use inserters for the outputs. I do have Bob's adjustable inserters this particular playthrough. I have definitely done PySuite playthroughs. Both of my complete PySuite playthroughs thus far have not used Bob's adjustable inserters. This is just for my own sanity at this point. That's not happening. I thought I could squeeze in here, but no. No, that's just not happening. Where's the moss coming in? I have to do a shared line. Oops. I have to do a shared line, which... Yeah, I really hate doubling up like this far, but it's a requirement, I suppose. Ugh. Ugh. Just stand there, clean it up. Grab all that seaweed. Alright, all that's left is to do the final logistics up here with the stuffs. The final plate logistics on the steel, lead, and titanium. That's 2 belt lines being brought in. Phew, that is an absolute mess of a setup. Sheesh. And then how am I going to get 2 belts all the way here? Like, really? These are fundamental questions of the universe. How to logistic. Like, this is basically off the table. There's just no. Not getting 2 that way. Not getting anything through there either. I can get stuff through there. So what I'm going to have to do is reverse this. Sorta. So now the 2 lines are coming in from the right. And I can get that scrapped. Just replace with a medium. Couple of mediums. There's our 2 belts. I need to make sure that the one that I have that's just the one thing, what's used more. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm using loaders. But one of these things needs to be 1 item only, and that needs to be this this right side. So I cannot forget that the one on the right needs to be one item only. And then how are we routing? Okay. You. There. So still the one on the right. Still the one on the right needs to be alone. Okay, that is better. Better! Hey, how convenient the way that I built this. The one on the right is alone. And then the one on the left is shared. It's as if it was planned to be that way. As if it were planned to be that way. I'm gonna get in the car. Because, remember what I said about the car. The car is immune to trains. Speaking of immunity, I really want to get into that brain blue science at earliest convenience. Because, yeah, that will unlock my ability to make the multi-purpose pipes. And multi-purpose pipes are also immune to impacts, which will prevent my crawdad, or whatever device of vehicular importance I am using at the time, from destroying my pipes. Which, you know, tends to happen. So this is going to be our lead at... What is this at? Biosamples. 1. Yes, our lead at Biosamples, our steel at Biosamples, and our titanium at Biosamples. There we go. So, lead. Steel. And titanium. Huzzah! The next time those things are full, we'll be good. We'll be good to go. Let's see. Where's S lead? Where's my lead? 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 I have forgotten where I led. I am leading there. I'm leading there. Yeah, train is off. Doing something else right now. Lead. Yes, lead is gone. Hello. It is going to... It went to rubber. Now it has to resupply. Oh, right. That's the problem. Yeah. I need to go. I need, wires. Wires! Hello. Hello, wires. Yes, I like wires. Wires are great. I need to add some wires. Just a few. Just a few wires. Just a few wires need to be added to things. Across the board. Yes, go right back up here to the, thingy. Yes, wires. What is the importance of these wires? These wires prevent uh, the trains from constantly going here. It is train control. That is exactly what it is. It is just making sure I don't oversupply, which, you know, I have sort of oversupplied. But anyway, oh wells. Oh well. Now it's fixed. That's what those combinators are for, by the way. It's just the only thing these combinators are doing are saying, hey, depending on how much stuff I have stored, send me a certain number of trains. If I have enough stuff, don't send me trains. If I don't have enough stuff, send me trains. It's all that combinator's doing. Okay, that is these both done. Just as soon as that titanium gets going, we'll start having the biosamples. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're almost there. We are almost finished with the thing that I wanted to get done today. What the hell am I going to do next? I am at a loss. So, let's see, this will be biosamples. Where art thou? That's containers. Where's the biosamples? Biosamples. There, but that tells me nothing. Biosamples. I need to like, oh there, right there, next to cDNA. What are those big strips of black? What? What big strips of black are you referring to? Did I make it D biosamples? No, I didn't. Hello. Thing. D biosamples. One. There you are. Save. Big strips of black. I don't know what you're oh, this? 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 This is aluminium tile. Not an aluminium, no, this is Nexlit tile. This is, uh, this stuff. This is gravel and Nexlit plates plus tar to make a tile that is plus 240% walking speed. So yes, tiles, road. Quote unquote road. Walking speed. 240% plus over base. If I made energy drinks, my character would be base 5 walking speed and then 240% of that. Like, really fast. Hey, we've got biosamples! They exist now! They are existent. What is the stack size on those? I do not know. Off the top of my head. Cargo wagon. There it is. Stack size 100. Considering we're only making 2 per second. Yeah, 1. 1 stack at a time. That's what we've got going on. Oh, you don't need to exist. None of that needs to exist. Train stop ASDF. No, this is, S Biosamples 1. That's what you are. That's what you're going to be. S to D. Full circuit condition auto-magically. We now have the trains set up for biosamples. Wow, that is a cluster. Oh boy. Such is the way of things when you build in a grid like this. So, just for reference, building in rail grids means having several separate spaghetti builds supplied by rails. You have order supplying chaos. Order supplied by chaos. That's basically how these builds end up going. Just an orderly train system supplying and being supplied by absolute chaos of belts. Complete belt getty. All right, that is that part. What is next on the agenda? So I have the biosamples now. Good alien samples is what I really am looking forward to. So we have some options. I do need to get augs set up. I do need to finish my fish for urea. And I think I'm going to finish the fish. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the fish. At least one of the two big blocks of fish in our last 20-ish minutes of the stream today. Why? Because urea is very important to have for supplying my beautiful circuits. I am going to do circuits off screen on the network. I already have circuits, it's just getting them onto the train network in a not bus from a not mall. From a not mall, getting this into the not mall. All of this into the not mall. This makes like 1 circuit per second, so maybe build it to be a few more than that in the process. But yeah, I need this in my not bus, in the not main bus, so that I can delete a lot of my main bus. Like this is being supplied by tin. Oh yeah, that's something I did off screen. I took tin. I made this a requester's chest from the tin being supplied here from the train network, and I'm using it to feed both this equipment chassis for the lab instruments, which once I have the circuits set up on my network, I can get the lab instruments. That's the final ingredient between these two for the lab instruments that I need. So I could like just start deleting stuff and deleting pre-bus stuff as well. That's all the way up here. It's going to be glorious once I start truly deleting things. That is a lot of fish. This is always a conundrum, but I guess I have to do it right from here. Alright, so this blood. Why does this blood exist? This blood is to make urea. It is exclusively to make urea. There is nothing else I need this blood for at the moment. At the moment, this moment in time, I will need to have a supply for this. Now, these stations that are marked S, at least one of these is going to be for the urea. The other one I think is supposed to be for the wastewater, but we'll see about that. When I need it, I'll make it. So yeah, I needed to get some of these guys down. I don't think I need all that many atomizers. What I also need to do is... Right, that's... Oh, that's voiding before going into the thing. No, no, no. I need to, I'm going to do this. So I can also evaporate wastewater to get more urea, is the idea. I should still have some evaporators. There is a urea from wastewater recipe. One of these uses 66. I have a lot. Specifically, if I go in and look at Helmod on this screen, I have 168 fish farms per block. That's making me 63.3 wastewater. Making 63.3, so one evaporator is fine. Oops. One evap is fine, it's just getting these buildings placed. I should have construction bots coming. Ideally. Yes, I have 3 construction bots in use. They are delivering these atomizers. They still haven't fixed the name of the atomizer. It's not SER, it's ZER. It's atomizer. Z sound. And of course I need to do the voiding after this. The voiding of the stuff. Excuse me. Voiding of the stuff. After this. And I think it's 3. I think it's 3! And then which way am I going to route this belt? Probably actually this way. And then this whole thing is just going to get copied and pasted to the other side once I set that up. So it'll be double trouble. Where are those bots? My goodness. Wherefore art thou? Constructo bots. There they are. Hello, my team, my trio of Constructo bots. I can't really do much else until you arrive. Oh, that's the other problem. Atomizers use solid fuel. Abiotic solid fuel as well. I can't just throw fish as fuel into them, or meat as fuel into them. Which is a shame, because by the way, fish have a fuel value. In the pie suite, fish have a fuel value. Let's get rid of some stuff too while we're at it. Let's toss away some stuff. I talked about I went over to the mall and I picked up a stack of gas refineries as if I was going to use one. I didn't actually use any of them because I changed my mind in the middle of things. Completely changed my mind. So yeah, this needs fuel. Which, yeah, how? So... Fish make biomass, right? Something makes biomass, right? Like, I can do biomass from something, right? Can I make biomass out of any of this? Skin, etc.? I guess the real question is, can I make enough biomass to, take care of 19.8 blood? Urea from blood, please. Link. Excuse me. Excuse me? I hate this sometimes. So, 19.8. Ow, I just about sneezed. I just about sneezed there. I managed to catch it. I managed to catch it. It came upon me suddenly. So this will make 2. It needs 0.4 coal, which would mean 1.6 biomass. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, there's collagen. So that is very, very tempting. Oh yeah, so there's compost out of meat, as well as, I'm sure, also compost out of skin, etc. 1 skin makes 3. I am entirely uncertain if I have enough of those products, though, to make compost out of enough compost out of. So ultimately, what am I going to do? Well, compost on demand would involve, at the very least, putting down a compost plant. The question, as always, is what to use to feed it. Tar is the usual go-to for me, but that's a lot. That's a bit of space, and if I was doing tar, I would do coke, not biomass. So I may as well do that into, where are you? That. Void the thing. We're going to move you a little bit, because that. There we go. Just add tar. This will make way more than enough stuff, even at, like, non-existent amounts of tar. The thing is, a little bit will need to go into voiding. Glorious voiding. I think that's... No, if I want to do this, it'll be like that. Grab you. That there. DDC, make me tar from stone. Feed in there. Void the tailings. Have the water. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna grab that. No, I'm gonna grab that. Ish. Oh god, that's space. Space! So very much space. You use so much space. So very much space gets used. Now, question is that enough? Is it enough? Stone. Chances are, that would be a hill, no. Uh, so it's 2 out of 10. It's 1/5 the amount. So, 250 units of tar, which, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, right. Yeah, duh. Tar? And always make sure to do the stacking. Coarse fraction. Tailings dust. Stack out, merge up. There you go. So, oh yeah, and always be sure to kill your tailings. That should unleash the stone and the tar and enough of the stuff here. For beautiful urea. Excuse me. There you go. For beautiful urea from these things. So how many of this again? 2. 2, not 3. 2. 2, I say. Of the atomizers per setup. Huzzah! That, as they say, is that. We have done it. We has done it. Also, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this tank is superfluous at this point by having that overflow valve at the end. Let's not. I can get away with not. That way the tank will fill. Yes, the tank will start filling. I'd rather have the full tank. So let's see. That's 2 plus whatever. Not quite like 3, 5. 5 urea from this build. That sounds great. And to, well, a little bit less because some of this wastewater does go down and it does feed my biosamples. It absolutely is being used to feed my biosamples, which are those still moving? No, of course not. Why would they still be moving? What's wrong? With you? Oh. How did that rotate? What? Sometimes. Sometimes things just rotate. For no good reason. Why did you rotate? Why did you rotate? What? How? Make glass. Please. Please make glass. Make all the glass. So now it's just a copy and paste. What? Oh, right. It's trying to paste the other thing. I don't need the other thing. Don't need that other thing there. And all of that should be in the logistic zone, so all of it will get placed for me. Yeah, it's glorious, beautiful. There's nothing in these. in these. I think at the moment I have to go in and add them. I have to do the logistics and all this crap in here, but that can be done off screen, I think. So the other thing left really is to get the urea onto the trains. So I guess I'll do that real quick here. Real quick, Glack. Oh yeah, Nextlit. I never mentioned slash talked about the Nextlit in this entire stream. It's like, oh, it's a thing that I did off stream to make this this Nextlit stuff. It is the same recipe as I was using on my mall. It is not any upgraded Nextlit at all. So do bear that in mind. It's the same old clean Nextlit from tailings as it was before. It's a little bit more than what was on my bus. Nah. It's a little bit more than it was on my bus, but otherwise identical. I will be showing on screen, on stream, new processes, generally. If it's a new thing, then definitely. If it's a new process, it really depends. Like you saw, I did the vast majority of that rubber off screen, the new styrene-based rubber, but it's just rubber. It's just rubber, and there's going to be probably a tutorial about that at some point. Cough, cough. By the way, I make tutorials for the Pi Suite slash overviews, mostly speaking. Again, this died. Why? Why you die? Why you die? Huh? Why you go dead? Why you go dead? It no benzene. Because oh. Right. That explains a lot. Aromatics get sunk, right? If I am not terribly mistaken. Excessive amounts of aromatics end up getting sunk. Oh god, I'm stuck! I'm stuck! That fixes the rubber. And we will get our train. Oh hey, be free! Yes. S. No, D. Urea. 1. S. Urea 1. Hello! Welcome to the very tail end of my stream today. The very tail end of the stream today. We have done a lot, but it is technically now time to end for me. This stacks 100. I have 5 per second. I'm okay with a few stacks, I think. Am I okay with that much at a time? It's about 5 each. It'll be 10 after I upgrade the other blocks, so yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Urea. S, supply. D, for depot. Full cargo. Circuit condition. Go do your thing. Set up. Urea is under which tab again? I always forget. Did it get moved to this? Yes, it did. Urea. D, urea. I do not know where there is if there is a countdown timer for the 1.0 release of Factorio. Outside of knowing that it is tomorrow. Considering that Steam has a set time that it does its daily reset. That's the time I would sort of expect the new release. Otherwise, it's some other time. Sometimes it's with reset with smaller releases for smaller games, like this. Other times there are exceptions made for larger titles at different times. It all really depends. But yeah, I don't know timing. I do not know timing. I do know that Factorio 1.0 releases tomorrow, which is interesting because they decided to release earlier to dodge the Cyberpunk 2077 release, which got pushed back from the original date. So it's like, oh, Factorio went and pushed their release date up to not compete with a big AAA title, only for that big AAA title to get delayed. And they moved their date of release to be coinciding with a different AAA title release in the form of a Total War Saga Troy, which is released today and is free for 24 hours on the Epic Games Store. So right now, Total War Saga Troy is free on the Epic Games Store, and it is a Total War game that has just released. And Factorio releases tomorrow with 1.0 on full release outside of no longer being in early access. So it's like, really? You had to pick the 14th. You had to pick the 14th, like right on Total War AAA release. Like, come on. I get that it's a smaller release than Cyberpunk, but still, you could have at least tried harder to avoid the nonsense of releasing with the AAA. But anyway, with that, what did we get done today? We got done the upgraded rubber. I now have effectively 5 rubber per second being produced from essentially scratch. I mean, it is half of a latex per second to get that 5 rubber per second now, which is a much better ratio. I'm actually only producing 2 latex per second in total in my base at the moment in the train network. So got this mess finished and sorted and done with the glorious little train station that I have going on here. Then moved on to the biosamples, the mess that is biosamples. The absolute mess that is these biosamples, the spaghetti within the very orderly system. The individual units of spaghetti within the greatly ordered rail system, making 2 whole biosamples per second. Yay! We've got 2 whole biosamples per second being made at this point. Assuming I have the titanium for it, which I don't. I am slowly chewing through a buffer of titanium right now. It will not last forever. So I will scale that up off screen, by the way. So we did that, took care of the phytoplankton part of it, the Zogna part of it, the syngas stuff as well, and the petri dish stuff for the Zogna. Took care of all that today, and then went up and secured urea from a big fish build. Secured urea for the train network. So I have did all of that in this 3-hour period, which is quite significant. Quite significant. Off screen, I'll be doing circuits. I can do circuits now. Yay! I can do circuits now because I have the urea on the network. Huzzah! I have all of the ingredients now all of the necessary things with which to set up circuits on my network. They are in the train network. It's all there and ready to go. I do need to make the buildings for it though in the mall, so that's on my agenda. With that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat, and if you're watching the VODs on YouTube, please be sure to do all of the engagement and social stuff below the video. And if you are so inclined, I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat. So head on over to leave a follow to be notified when I go live, if you haven't already done so. You can also support Pyandon's mods development at patreon.com/Pyandon and myself at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat. Next time will be stuff I don't really know. We're continuing on the way to getting the green science on the train network at the moment, but I'm also working towards getting good alien samples, so we'll continue working towards the good alien samples on stream. Question was asked how I like PyBlock compared to C-Block. Well, considering I hate C-Block's very existence for its pacing more than anything else, I think this is far better pacing than C-Block has ever been or ever will be at this point. I think it changes way too much from the uh, Angels experience overall if you use the actual C-Block pack. I don't particularly enjoy a lot of the changes that are made uh, to like circuits and stuff. I don't like the circuit processing mod. I don't like the uh, science mod that's added into that pack. I don't care for it. It feels too different, too alien from an actual Angels playthrough. So yeah, I've been much preferring PyBlock. It's a lot closer to the Pi experience overall, and offers its initial challenge as it's supposed to. You're able to actually progress it within a reasonable amount of time. Granted, I ran the game at really fast speeds, but still, I've been enjoying it thus far, and I like the concept of getting all of your resources effectively from water. So with that, again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.